Hi, I'm Dana Tyler, and here's your CBS 2 News update. And today's it's one of those things we're going like, really, have you heard? This is why Dr. Max is here. A report out today that French fries, specific French fries, can help cure baldness. Boom, there it is. What?
It's such a stretch. And it's complicated. So give me a second here so you can follow this. The oil that McDonald's uses to fry their French fries in has an ingredient. It's got a long name, but the short one is called dimethicone, basically. They use it, it's used as an anti-foaming agent so that the oil doesn't foam up. It's also put in shampoos because it makes hair nice and slippery and shiny. It's a plastic, essentially. It's a silicone that's oxygen permeable.
All right.
Okay? That's what's in the oil. All right? The article is in a very legitimate, prestigious journal, scientific journal out of Japan, and they're growing hair follicles from hair follicle germ cells. Okay?
Okay, following.
And they are putting them in these tiny little, they're basically chips with tiny little wells in them. They're like microscopic
dishes?
Petri dishes, kind of. Yeah.
Okay.
But a whole bunch of them on a little chip. The chip is made of this material because it's oxygen permeable. So the oxygen can bubble up through it, not really bubble, but it diffuses up through this and feeds these germ cells so they become healthy. They form into little sort of follicle precursors that then they can put into mice, and they grew hair in mice.
Okay, so you know, I'm looking at you and I'm thinking, all right, you've got your hair, but I'm thinking somebody else.
I don't rub any French fries on my
like
head.
I'm seeing a load of French fries on somebody's head. How is that jump made?
I don't know. It's a chemical that's used in these oils. It has nothing to do with the French fries really, or growing hair, because it's the plastic that they put these little cells in. And it's oxygen permeable. That's the only connection to French fries.
All right, and so our last question is, we're always hearing, here's a study, here's a study, here's a study, here's a study. Just advice on how we interpret them.
Well, a couple of things. One is, you see the report and somebody says there's a connection to, you know, French fries and hair growth. And I tell all of my students this, my interns this, you've got to go to the original source and read the original source. You can't take somebody else's word for it. Because when I went back and I read the actual paper, I realized it's got nothing to do with French fries. It really doesn't. That's number one. Number two is, if it comes to certain things that don't kind of pass the smell test, like French fries growing hair, they probably don't.
Okay.
You know, and if it comes to something like coffee and you don't like the results of the coffee study, just wait a few days, because there'll be another study that'll be exactly the opposite of what
and
the
this
original
one,
said.
just to finish this up, a stem cell research team from Yokohama National University. So.
Yeah, no, it's all
it's legit.
The study, the study is legit. The study is legit. It was just a huge leap to go from the little tiny petri dishes are made of the same chemical that also gets used in the oil to saying that the French fry somehow can help you grow hair.
Can you imagine?
It's a huge leap. That's not it at all.
Dr.
It's a legitimate study, and actually it might someday help us grow hair.
Some stuff has to start somewhere.
Right, but no, that part actually looks legit, and it's actually pretty interesting, but not with French fries.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Max.
Just eat them.
Just eat them. Heading out on your story, yes.
In moderation.
Always in moderation.
I love French fries, but you know, you can overdo that too.
Thanks for watching us right here. We're always here, online, on social, and on TV. See you later today, CBS 2 News at 6. I'm Dana Tyler.